So I welcome you all. This is the first unit. Now, diversity in living world. So first we'll discuss about what is life. The topic is diversity in living world. Diversity means different groups, different types, varieties in the living world. First we will discuss about what is life. The living organisms are distinguished from the non-living by different characters. The living organisms, they are distinguished from non-living by different characters. These are size and form. Number 2, cellular structure. Number 3, locomotion means movement. Number 4, nutrition. Then number 5, respiration. Number 6, excretion. Number 7, metabolism. Number 8, growth. Number 9, reproduction. 10, irritability. 11, adaptability. 12, life cycle. 13, rhythmicity. So these are the different characters of living organisms by which they differ from the non-living. Now we'll discuss the important characteristics of the living. Not all, out of these 13, around 7 or 8 are very important. We'll discuss one by one. First is cellular organization. First is cellular organization. Regardless of shape and sizes, the living organisms are made up of a basic structural unit. All the living organisms are made up of a basic structural unit called cell. Cells are the structural units of the living organisms. Each cell consists of protoplasm and a surrounding cell membrane. So there is a cell membrane, and inside the cell membrane the entire substance is known as the protoplasm, that is the cell. The number 2, metabolism. Metabolism, it is a series of complex chemical changes which occur inside the living organism. A series of complex chemical changes that occur inside the living organisms for growth, maintenance, repair and reproduction. So many chemical changes occur. These chemical changes are of two types. One is the constructive, other is the destructive. Constructive means new compounds are synthesized. Destructive means they are breakdown. So constructive process is called anabolism and destructive process is called catabolism. So constructive process is called anabolism and destructive process is called catabolism. Then number 3, growth. Growth. Living organisms grow by addition of material and formation of cells inside the body. Within the body, the cells are formed, new cells are added, materials are added inside the body, and which results in the growth of the living organisms. However, non-living objects only increase in size by addition of similar material from outside. From outside, similar materials are added, then the non-living things they grow. धर गोटाए माटी पोला आम नहीं माटी से आड करवा तार वॉल्यूम बढ़ी बढ़ी जीव. That is not the growth of living organisms. In living organisms, there is addition of cells and materials inside the body. That is the growth. Then number 4 is reproduction. Reproduction means to produce a copy of itself. That is known as reproduction. It is meant for continuation of the race. Continuation of the race. Vamshar raksha pai reproduction hochi. Continuation of the race. It includes both asexual and sexual reproduction. Both asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction occurs by one parent, single parent, one parent, that is asexual reproduction. For example, amoeba. Amoeba, that is a single celled protozoan amoeba, that one amoeba is divided into two daughter cells. By that division is known as binary fission. So one parent reproduction, that is asexual reproduction. And sexual reproduction by two parents. Sexual reproduction occurs by two parents in most of the animals. In most of the animals, means both male and female are added in this sexual, they reproduce sexually. In some organisms, the fragmented body parts regenerate and develop into new organisms. There are some animals where if the body is fragmented into different parts, each part will develop into a complete new organism. For example, hydra. So these are the methods or modes of reproduction in animals. Then number 5, locomotion. Locomotion means movement. The animals move from one place to the other. The animals, they move from one place to other. Some animals, for example, porifera, the sponges, porifera, and plants move their body parts, not the entire body. They move their body parts. For example, the plants move towards light and gravity. The plants, they move towards light and gravity. Non-living objects can only move by external forces. Non-living objects can only move by external forces. Then excretion. Due to metabolism, wastes are produced. Wastes means during metabolism the byproducts which are not required by the body, not essential for the body, rather they become harmful, they are known as the waste products. So due to metabolism, wastes are produced which are disposed from time to time, then healing and repair. Healing and repair. The living organisms have the power to heal or regenerate the lost part by itself. To heal or regenerate the lost part by itself. So regenerate means formation of lost parts. तेणु जदि धर आम जाऊ जाऊ गोटे जगह पड़गले आमर हाथ खंडिया हो गला ताले सेठी कौन होची से नुआ स्किन पुणी फॉर्मेशन होची ताकू कहा जाउची हीलिंग एंड रिपेयर. सो दैट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर ऑफ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स. देन कॉन्शसनेस. Consciousness. All living organisms have the ability to sense and respond to environmental factors छोट उदाहरण दे पारिबी. धर आम रास्तार जाऊचे हठात वर्षा पकेला ताले आमे कौन करुचे जाकि गछ मूले हो बा घर तले हो जाकि सेठी आश्रय नौचे किंबा खूब जोरे खरा हैला ताले गछ मूले बिकॉज वी आर सेंसिटिव. सो ऑल लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैव द एबिलिटी टू सेंस एंड रेस्पॉन्ड टू एनवायरमेंटल फैक्टर्स. फॉर अनदर एग्जांपल, द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट एग्जांपल हियर, photo periodicity means the photo period means the duration of lighting period, duration of the day, केते घंटा दिनटा. So photo periodicity affect the breeding in seasonal breeders. जो माने जो सीजन रे तांकर रिप्रोडक्शन होची सही सीजन रो डे लेंथ अनुसारे तांकर सही सीजन रे पार्टिकुलरली हबो. So that is known as photo periodicity. So that is consciousness. Then lifespan. Lifespan. Every living organism pass through birth, growth, reproduction, old age and death. So every living organism pass through birth, then growth, then reproduction, then old age and finally death. So that is known as the lifespan, which is not a characteristic feature of non-living things. जदि आमे कहबा धर गोटे पर्वत तार कोन बार्थ अछि ना ग्रोथ अछि ना रिप्रोडक्शन ना ओल्ड एज ना डेथ. So all the living organisms, they have this type of lifespan. Then number 10 is energy. Energy. The living organisms require energy from food to perform various activities of the body. They require energy from food to perform various activities of the body. So that is known as the nutrition, because in nutrition the living organisms, they take food, it is digested, then assimilated, and it is the source of energy for all activities of the body. So these are the characteristic features, important characteristics of the living organisms, of the living things. So in this way they differ from non-livings. So that is the life. Then biodiversity. Biodiversity. Diversity means varieties, bio means the living organisms, so varieties of living organisms. That is biodiversity. So living organisms show diversity of form, structure, physiology, mode of life, habitat and behavior, etc. So they show diversity in the form, the body form differs, then structure and physiology, mode of life, habitat and behavior. The organisms range from simple single-celled animals. The organisms range from simple single-celled animals to most complex multicellular forms. So there is a range from single-celled animals, very simple form, to more complex, most complex multicellular forms. Wide range of animals and plants are found in this world. Wide range of animals and plants are found in this world. So kete varieties ro animal, kete varieties ro plant सब रही in this world. That is the biodiversity. Then need for classification. Need for classification. To study, number one, to study different groups of animals by studying representatives from each group. We have to study the representatives of each group. So to study different groups of animals, suppose you want to study about the cows, dogs, cats, etc. So you have to study a cow, that is the representative of cows, a dog, representatives of the dogs, not the entire population. So that is one, the need for classification. Number two, classification helps in storing information. The information about the organisms, they are stored. So that is another need for classification. Then number three, classification makes it easy to exchange the information regarding the organisms. Then number 4, classification establishes natural relationship among the animals. So it establishes natural relationship among the animals. Then 3 domains of life. Three domains of life means 3 divisions, 3 types, 3 domains of life. The cellular life forms have been divided into 3 domains. The cellular life forms have been divided into 3 domains such as archaea, bacteria and eukarya. So the cellular life forms have been divided into 3 domains such as archaea, bacteria and eukarya. This was introduced by Carl Oez in 1990. Carl Oez in 1990. 3 domain system is based on 6 kingdom classification. So this 3 domain system is based on 6 kingdom classification, because there are previously first 2 kingdom classification, then 3 kingdom, 4 kingdom, 5 kingdom and finally 6 kingdom classification. So based on 6 kingdoms classification. First, the archaea domain. Archaea domain. These early prokaryotes, the cells, they are divided into 2 types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In prokaryotes, there is no well organized nucleus and it is without the nuclear membrane. And in eukaryotes means true nucleus. So prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So these early prokaryotes have a monoplanar core of lipids. They have a monoplanar core of lipids in their cell membrane. So in their cell membrane there is a monoplanar core of lipids and distinct nucleotide in their 16S RNA. Nucleotide means in others you will see it is the DNA, but in them it is the RNA. 16S RNA, ribonucleic acid, 16S RNA, that the nucleotide. Then under this there is only one kingdom. That kingdom is known as Archaebacteria. Kingdom Archaebacteria. Then example you can see here. So these are the primitive prokaryotes. Archaebacteria means these are the primitive prokaryotes live in extreme environment. Live in extreme environment means very high temperature. Even if the temperature is 100 degree centigrade or more than that, in that temperature they live. Or very cold, they will live. So in extreme environment, if the place is very acidic, also it will not cause any harm to them. So they live in extreme environment. Example is methanogens. Example, there are many examples. So one example is methanogens. Then number 2, bacteria domain. Bacteria domain. These are typical prokaryotes. These are also prokaryotes. Typical prokaryotes which lack membrane covered cell organelle. Which lack membrane covered cell organelle, because you know in the cell, inside the cytoplasm, in the protoplasm there are many organelles like mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus. These are there and bounded by membrane. But here there is no membrane which covers the cell organelles. So they lack, these are typical prokaryotes which lack membrane covered cell organelle or membrane bound cell organelle. It has only one kingdom. It has only one kingdom, that is kingdom Eubacteria. Kingdom Eubacteria. So here the kingdom was Archaebacteria, and here also there is one kingdom Eubacteria. It has peptidoglycan cell wall. In the cell wall there is peptidoglycan. Nucleoid means a coiled naked DNA. Naked DNA means it never combines with histone protein. It is naked DNA. But here in Archaebacteria it was RNA. Here it is DNA. And because there is no covering, it is known as nucleoid. So no nucleus. Because जदि सेठी सेल गोटे न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन था चारिपटे कवर होगी ता भितर डीएनए गुड़ा था ताले ताको आमे कहि थांते न्यूक्लियस. एठी जेहेतु मेम्ब्रेन नाही से गुड़ा फ्री इन द साइटोप्लाज्म तेणु ताको आमे कहूचे न्यूक्लियोइड. सो it has peptidoglycan cell wall. Nucleoid means a coiled naked DNA, and a food reserve in the shape of glycogen. Food reserve in shape of glycogen. Example is Mycoplasma, Actinomycetes, etc. Example is Mycoplasma, Actinomycetes, etc. Then third domain is Eukarya. Eukarya. So there are three domains. Third domain is Eukarya. This domain consists of eukaryotes. Eukaryotes means there is a well organized nucleus surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and membrane bound cell organelles are there. So they are known as eukaryotes. So this domain consists of eukaryotes. It has four kingdoms. It has four kingdoms. These are Protista, then fungi, then plantae, then Animalia. These are the four kingdoms of the domain Eukarya. The Protista, they include the protozoans, unicellular eukaryotes, protozoans. Fungi, it includes fungi, molds, mushrooms, etc. Then plantae, the multicellular plants. Animalia, multicellular consumers or metazoa, they are the metazoa, multicellular animals, metazoa. So these are the four kingdoms: Protista, fungi, plantae and Animalia. So there are 6 kingdoms. So basing on 6 kingdoms, it has been divided into 3 domains: the Archaea, bacteria and Eukarya. Then taxonomy and systematics. Taxonomy and systematics. Systematics is the science of systematics is the science of identifying, naming and classifying all organisms. So systematics is the science of identifying, naming and classifying all organisms. So first there is identification, then naming, then classification. That is systematics. Taxonomy is restricted only to study of a classification. Is only restricted to study of classification. That is the taxonomy. Hence, systematics has a broad area of study because it includes identification, naming and classification. Taxonomy only classification. So systematics has a broad area of study. We can say taxonomy is a part of systematics. Then objectives of taxonomy. Objectives of taxonomy. Number 1, to inventory the world flora and fauna. Flora means plants, fauna means animals. So to inventory the world flora and fauna, पूरा पृथ्वी रे जेते गछ आ जेते प्राणी रहिचंती, to inventory. Number 2, to provide a method for identification and communication. So second one is to provide a method for identification. There must be a method for identification and communication. So between the members, it may be communicated. Then number 3, to produce a coherent and universal system of classification. Universal system of classification throughout the world. This is only one system. सेही गोटे सिस्टम रे सारा पृथ्वीर वैज्ञानिक माने क्लासिफिकेशन करि परिबे यूनिवर्सल. देन नंबर 4, टू डेमोन्स्ट्रेट द इवोल्यूशनरी implications of plant and animal diversity. To demonstrate the evolutionary implications of plant and animal diversity. Then number 5, to provide a single Latin scientific name, to every group of plants and animals in the world, both living and fossil. जो नाटा ताकू दिया जीव सेटा होची लाटिन वर्ड, साइंटिफिक नेम लाटिन. आउ बोथ लिविंग एंड फॉसिल, जो माने वर्तमान एग्जिस्ट करूचंती बा जो माने भी एक्सटिंक्ट हे जाइचंती से माने ले फॉसिल एक्सटिंक्ट. तेणु तांको पई जो नेमिंग करा जीव, दैट इज ए लाटिन साइंटिफिक नेम, लाटिन लैंग्वेज रो साइंटिफिक नेम. क्लासिफिकेशन is the arrangement of organisms into groups. Classification is the arrangement of organisms into groups or categories having common characteristics. These groups are then arranged according to a system. A system. तेणु क्लासिफिकेशन माने हेला इट द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स इनटू ग्रुप्स. धर गोटे उदाहरण आमे नबा, गोटे स्कूल को जिबा, सेठी सब पिला एकाठी हेकि थिबे, तांको हमकु क्लासिफाई करिवा को पड़िबो, तांकर कैरेक्टर्स देखिकी पाठ पचारिकी किए क्लास 1 के क्लास 2 के क्लास 3, सो तापर अरेंजमेंट करिवा तांको क्लास 1 तापर 2 3 4 5 6 लाइक दैट. तेणु classification is the arrangement of organisms into groups or categories having common characteristics. These groups are then arranged according to a system. Then stages in taxonomic procedures. Stages in taxonomic procedures. Number 1, alpha taxonomy. Alpha taxonomy. This phase is analytical. The organisms are identified, named and characterized. So they are only identified, named and characterized, not classified, only characterized. तार जो character थिबो सेटा को नोट करा जिवो. That is alpha taxonomy. So they are first identified, then named, then characterized. Then number 2, beta taxonomy. Beta taxonomy. This stage is called macrotaxonomy. Or synthesis taxonomy. The species are arranged into a natural system. Of higher and lower categories. सेमानकु अरेंज करा जिवो स्पीसीज गुड़ा को तार नेमिंग आइडेंटिफिकेशन नेमिंग आ कैरेक्टराइज हैला परे इनटू हायर एंड लोअर कैटेगोरीज एवं प्रत्येक कैटेगोरी को कहा जाए टैक्सन प्लूराल इज टैक्सा तेणु से टैक्सोनोमी नेमिंग ऑफ टैक्सा सो the species are arranged into a natural system of higher and lower categories, that is taxa, singular is taxon. In this maximum number of available characters are considered. ये जोटा में करिबा इथिरे in beta taxonomy, so maximum number of available characters are considered. That is also known as phenotypic classification. तार मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर्स देखिकी ताको आमे क्लासिफाई करिबा तेणु सेटा को कहा जाए फिनोटिपिक क्लासिफिकेशन देन नंबर 3 इज गामा टैक्सोनॉमी gamma taxonomy. It is considered with speciation in formation of species, new species. It is considered with speciation. It involves analysis of intraspecific variations. Intraspecific variation means within the members of one species. Variations तांका भितर जो difference रोची. So it involves analysis of intraspecific variations which lead to the study of origin, evolution and determination of biological species. Then neotaxonomy. So these are the three stages. There is another term that is neotaxonomy, means new form of taxonomy, that is the neotaxonomy. The morphological approach is not enough to identify organisms. Morphological approach only is not enough to identify organisms. खाली बाहर तार कैरेक्टर को देखिकी आमे कहि परिबानी सेटा ए स्पीसीज बोली विभिन्न प्रकार स्पीसीज मध्य एका भलिया तांकर थिबो कैरेक्टर तेणु मॉर्फोलॉजिकली ताको आमे कहि परिबानी सो मॉर्फोलॉजिकल अप्रोच ओनली इज नॉट एनफ टू आइडेंटिफाई ऑर्गेनिजम्स ताले अन्य डाटा हमकु नबागु पड़िबो सो डाटा फ्रॉम नंबर ऑफ अप्रोचेस ट्राइड फॉर एक्यूरेट आइडेंटिफिकेशन ताको एक्यूरेटली आइडेंटिफाई करिवा पई आमको डाटा नबागु पड़िबो डाटा फ्रॉम नंबर ऑफ अप्रोचेस दस टैक्सोनॉमी टुडे इज यूजुअली कॉल्ड सिस्टमैटिक्स और बायोसिस्टमैटिक्स और evolutionary taxonomy or neo-taxonomy. Now today it is called it like this. Then concept of species. Concept of species and taxonomical hierarchy. So concept of species and taxonomical hierarchy. First, species. A species is a group of interbreeding population A species is a group of interbreeding population having many characteristics in common and are reproductively isolated from other groups. So, species means it is a group of interbreeding population. जो मानक भितर रिप्रोडक्शन हो ब्रीडिंग रिप्रोडक्शन. So, group of interbreeding population having many characteristics in common, not 100%, but many characteristics in common and reproductively isolated from other groups. आ गोटे ग्रुप धर से रहा ये गोटे ग्रुप आम कले मॉर्फोलॉजिकली सिमिलर इंडिविजुअल्स तांको भितर इंटरब्रीडिंग होची किंतु दीटा ग्रुप भितर मध्य इंटरब्रीडिंग हबो नाही तेणु सेटा को कहा जाए दे आर रिप्रोडक्टिवली आइसोलेटेड फ्रॉम अदर ग्रुप. Reproductively isolated means separated. There will not be interbreeding between two different groups. So each group is called as a species. So species means it is a group of interbreeding population having many characters in common and are reproductively isolated from other groups. That is known as a species. So species is the lowermost taxon of any classification. Lowermost taxon means category of any classification. जेते क्लासिफिकेशन आम करिबा सबुठु लोअरमोस्ट कैटेगोरी है स्पीसीज तापरे उपरकू उपरकू जीव क्लासिफिकेशन रो. सो लोअरमोस्ट कैटेगोरी. देन नाउ जनरल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ स्पीसीज. General characteristics of species. Number one, they are morphologically similar. धर आम कहवा मांकड़ माने गोटे स्पीसीस रो हनु मांकड़ पाती मांकड़ बा मनीष बा कुकुर तेणु से माने गोटे स्पीसीस कहीं दे आर morphologically similar. Number two, they interbreed. तांक भितर रिप्रोडक्शन हबो. They interbreed जहाँ द्वारा कि there is flow of gene टा flow होची तेणु they interbreed. Number three, they have a common gene pool because total gene content of the members or the individuals is known as the gene pool. से मानकर गोटे common gene pool रहिला. अच्छा. Number four, they are reproductively isolated from other species. अन्य स्पीसीस रो इंडिविजुअल मानक संगे तांकर रिप्रोडक्शन हो पारिबो नाही. धर आम कहवा डॉग एंड कैट तांको भितर रिप्रोडक्शन हो पारिबो नहीं बा हनु मांकड़ पाती मांकड़ तांको भितर रिप्रोडक्शन हो पारिबो नहीं. सो दे आर रिप्रोडक्टिवली आइसोलेटेड फ्रॉम अदर स्पीसीज. Number five, it plays a role in the origin of new species. नुआ स्पीसीज जो फॉर्मेशन हम से यार रोलटा बेसी इंपोर्टेंट. स्पीसीज रो ए स्पीसीज कैन बी ऑफ टू टाइप्स. ए स्पीसीज कैन बी ऑफ टू टाइप्स. वन इज polytypic species. Polytypic species means a species with two or more subspecies is called polytypic species. गोटे species रो जदि दीटा बा ताठू अधिका सबस्पीसीज रहिला से स्पीसीज टा पुणी डिवाइड हबो सेगुडा को कुआगला सबस्पीसीज. तेणु जदि गोटे स्पीसीज अंडर दुईटा बा ताठू अधिका सबस्पीसीज रहिला ताकू कुआ जाउची पॉलीटिपिक स्पीसीज. देन मोनोटिपिक स्पीसीज. It is not subdivided into subspecies. तार आउ सब डिवीजन नहीं स्पीसीज है एंड तार आउ तलू को डिवीजन नहीं सब डिवीजन नहीं तेणु जार सब स्पीसीज नहीं से है मोनोटिपिक those having 2 or more subspecies they are known as polytypic species. Then taxonomic hierarchy. Taxonomic hierarchy. First is species. Species. So it is the lowermost taxon of any classification. Lowermost taxon of any classification. Next is genus. Next is genus. Plural is genera. 2 or more species having many common features are placed into a genus. Are placed into a genus. तेणु जदि दुईटा बा ताठू अधिका स्पीसीज तांकर किछि कॉमन कैरेक्टर रहिला ताले से गुडाक गोटे जीनस अंडर रे कैटेगोराइज करा जिवो. So 2 or more species having many common features are placed into a genus. Then family. Family. 1 or more genera with some similarities and have differences in many characteristics are grouped under a family. 2 or more genera having common features and they differ from each other in many characteristics are grouped under a family. Then order. One or more families with common features. One or more families with common features are grouped into orders. Then class. Orders having common features are grouped into class. Orders having common features are grouped into class. For example, class Mammalia includes 16 orders. Class Mammalia includes 16 orders. Then phylum. Phylum. It includes 1 or more classes having some common general features. 1 or more classes having common general features are grouped under phylum. For example, the class Reptilia, then apes, Mammalia, Amphibia, they are grouped under the phylum Chordata. तेणु जेते क्लास तार कॉमन फीचर रही सब गुड़ाक गोटे फाइलम अंडर रे ग्रुप करा जाए. So it includes 1 or more classes having some common general features. Then kingdom. It occupies the highest taxonomic position. Highest, yella lowest species. So highest taxonomic position and includes many phyla. For example, all animals of the world are grouped under kingdom Animalia, animal kingdom. All the plants of the world, kingdom Plantae. So it is the highest position, taxonomic position, highest taxonomic position. So classification results in the placing of organisms into a hierarchy of ranks. एगुड़ाक सब है रैंक हायरार्की of ranks or categories. Hierarchy is established by International Code of Botanical or Zoological Nomenclature. International Code of Botanical or Zoological Nomenclature. So ICZN or ICBN, International Code for Botanical Nomenclature or Zoological Nomenclature for plants and animals. It is for plants and it is for animals. For example, we'll take one example of systematic position of a human. Now, if we take the case of human and the taxonomic hierarchy anusare, it belongs to kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. Then phylum Chordata. Then class Mammalia. Then order Primates. Family Hominidae. Genus Homo. Species Sapiens. तेणु लोएस्ट कैटेगरी है species. More than one species having common features are grouped under genus. More than one genera having common general features are grouped under family. More than one family having common features are grouped under order. Then similarly, different orders having common features are grouped under class. The classes having common features are grouped under phylum, and different phyla are under kingdom. So this is the taxonomic hierarchy. There may be other sub-ranks. एगुड़ाक जो कहली ranks, phylum, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. ता छड़ा मध्य सब रैंक रोची ता भितरे धर गोटे स्पीसीस रो डिवीजन हैला ताले एठी गोटे रैंक आसीबो, सब रैंक आसीबो, सब स्पीसीस. अच्छा, देन so maybe सब रैंक such as सब स्पीसीस. then genus जदि डिवाइड हैला ताले सब genus. then family रो डिवीजन सब family. then सब class. अच्छा, सब order. then सब class रो तले रहिला सब क्लास तार डिवीजन. क्लास रो ऊपर रहउची सुपर क्लास. then and सब phylum. so these are the sub ranks. तो एंटर रैंक जदि आम कहीपर सब स्पीसीज, तापर स्पीसीज, सब जीनस, सब फैमिली, सब ऑर्डर, सब क्लास, सुपर क्लास, देन सब phylum and kingdom. For example, under phylum Chordata there is subphylum Vertebrata. So under this phylum Chordata there is one subphylum, that is Vertebrata. Vertebrata means all the vertebrates. The number of similar characters decreases from the lowest rank species towards the kingdom. So Thanks. In the next class, we'll discuss about binomial nomenclature.